This is Goldie here. So episode 4 had a couple of issues during this stream, including that of there was an issue where my audio kept on playing itself back over as if there was double channels that were currently going on. I didn't know what the issue was. I believe maybe it was just my computer having some issues when it comes to a lot of the audio issues, and unfortunately that was the case. I want to apologize for no streams lately that are being uploaded on the channel. Unfortunately, I needed to get a bunch of things done ahead of time, and life got in the way. So, now that I have a little bit more time on my hands, these streams will be uploaded from Twitch. I'm going to attempt to go through and edit all of them and get all the videos done and sent out to you guys on YouTube. And, well, if you want to watch live, be sure to watch live at twitch.tv/GoldieTheBot. And if you want to watch here, please be sure to subscribe. I would love to see you guys on the channel. And if you want to comment and just enjoy yourselves in the chat, feel free. I would love to see what you guys put down. And, well, we do have a Discord. I'll probably link that below as well if you want to be able to leave any fan art or any sort of other things that might happen if you want to join a very nice community. But other than that, thank you, everybody. I do apologize once again. So, yeah, Goldie out. Okay, all right, we're good. So now we will begin begin episode 4, I believe, or episode 3 of.
It was episode. I don't know anymore.
I believe
Sorry.
episode 4. So I will say 4 for now, but I'll probably edit in if it's a episode 3 during the actual stream. I'll just put a little snippet onto the screen right here.
It's episode 4.
All right, then I'm going to make another boop, and then it's going to be showing episode 4. All right. I'm going to remind myself to edit that in whenever I actually do. So, during the events of last session, everybody managed to escape off of in an island onto a ship that they stole from Captain Cardinal. And during this time, they sailed away. After stealing the ship. Some moments happened during the end. Some people sharing some awkward moments, and including a very angry Amelia about the current situation that everybody now has bounties on their head. During this time now, we have arrived onto the island of Cafe Island, where now currently the players have met a doctor and his wife, the fish. I'm joking.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Leon, I will now pleasure myself with this fish.
Oh no.
So during this, as you all have shared some tea and some coffee and some other things, and hot chocolate, we begin with episode 4 of Tales of the Seas.
Okay.
I just want to clarify. It's in the... So we're like at the morning right now, right?
Yes.
Okay, because I believe Lou here wanted to do something before everyone started waking up.
That is fine.
Okay. Because I'm from last conversation, or yesterday's conversation, then I would like to think that he's making his way over to the post office to drop off his letter.
All right. You do see that when you go over to what seems to be a mailbox, instead you do currently see standing on top of a post this very large seagull that just looks down at you and goes, "Rah."
Oh, good morning. Oh, I'd like to send this letter, please. Out of character, Goldie is... Wait, what?
It points towards the satchel on its side with its head.
Oh, okay. Wait.
That'll be 50 berry.
Okay.
And
He will pay that.
with the extra cost.
Okay, he'll pay that.
Thank you. I don't run a free service here.
By the way, is this
Yeah, out of character, does he understand, or is the seagull just talking like in,
just
you know...
starts speaking to you right after now.
I
Oh!
think they gotta make every talking animal an asshole. I'm just curious.
Because every animal's an asshole.
No.
Kind of true. You've seen the ship dogs.
Those
Oh,
shit
so
dogs-
Especially
he
the
does
chickens.
he does pay the fee.
All
Yes.
right, you do so. And you go, and it just immediately just gets back to be without smoking a cigarette, just gets back to its like brief self, and he just goes, "Rah!" and then flies off.
Thank you. And he'll be making his way back to the ship to go check on the two girls.
Okay. As you arrive back on the ship, you currently hear creaking, and the sails are currently being unfolded. Currently being folded now, as nobody really had the time to do so last time. You see the sails are being folded up. Currently, now you can see there is a lot of holes on the ship.
Oh, I wonder what happened here. Just looking around.
Yeah, you can hear noises from below. There's more cracking of wood, more banging around. Kiryu, you're also currently in the crow's nest, sleeping in the crow's nest.
Huh? When were we sleeping on the ship? I thought we were sleeping in someone's house.
Yeah, Goldie.
Yeah, out of character, Goldie. I'm pretty sure Kira was at Leon and Nixie's house.
Yeah, the only
I
two
remember
people
that.
who were at the ship were
Amelia and Irma.
yes.
I'm
I
sorry, I
see.
just had to.
All right,
Clear
well,
that
no, Thank you
out.
for correcting me. All right, so currently, as you are arriving on near the beginning of near the ship, where, well, I would say Lou, at the moment you currently kind of felt like you needed to go see the ship because last night you saw Amelia was currently feeling really bad, and so you walk over to the ship area and you do see currently there is holes on the side of the ship. A bottle looks like it's been cracked against the ship. There's currently glass pieces all over the sand down below, and you can still hear what seems to be now slight snoring from in there inside within the ship.
Yeah, he's just gonna go towards where the sound is coming from.
So you're going down below deck where the
Yeah.
kitchen is.
Question.
Yeah.
How, like, the stairs are, like, it goes down, right? So there's
Yeah.
stairs.
So you would need to climb,
Okay.
Lou, you do climb up onto the ship, and then you also now go downstairs. You open up.
Lo and behold, Irma's like sleeping like some kind of like cat, just half her body on the top step and then her lower body on the bottom step. Just all like
slime going down the entirety of the steps.
Oh my gosh.
If anybody attempts to step onto those steps, it's gonna be difficult terrain.
Oh my god.
I would like to think he kind of sees quickly before he tries to step, and he's like, "What the?"
As soon as you make a step, though, I need you to make me a dexterity check.
Oh,
All right.
this is gonna be great. Let me just
All right,
get this set
I'm
up
looking.
over here.
They're getting the setup ready. We're doing physical dice with
Yeah,
them
I
because they
told
got the dice for it.
Yeah, I'm old school here.
Yeah, we don't believe in technology, even though that's what we're using to stream right now. Technology.
Well, technically, there is technology in One Piece.
There
Let me
is.
get this right now.
After all,
Technology doesn't exist in One Piece.
and it slowly starts to get more advanced too, which is great. I like it.
yeah.
Really cool.
It's like, didn't you say it took place in the 90s?
Yeah, I got 19.
Yeah.
19. All right, so yeah, you don't slip onto the trellis slime. You go like whoa. You're able to catch yourself just fine.
Probably like grab onto the railing.
Yeah, you grab onto the railing. Clearly not wanting that. You make your way past what seems to be the Irma, who is currently just like.
She looks like how she's sleeping. She looks like she was the victim of a fall and just slept there.
This crime scene, do not enter.
There is a noticeable horn-shaped hole near her head.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, the horn
no.
went straight through the floorboard. You can tell from getting a good look at the ship, though. The ship itself actually looks fairly rickety. The boards, they seem to be waterlogged. Most of the parts of the ship seem to be growing mold. It seems like this ship was fairly well sailed for quite a while before the Cardinals probably, probably made their way to Innan Island. It was probably sailed for quite a while before then.
Okay, but yeah, he's gonna be trying to look for Amelia.
All right. I
Uh,
will say you eventually
eh.
do.
Can I describe this part of the scene?
Yes, exactly. I was going to let you do that.
Okay, so as you hit the bottom of the stairs, you enter the kitchen area, and you're gonna first notice that there is strewn about stuff everywhere. A couple of broken stools, broken glass, maybe a couple bottles intact but clearly empty of their alcohol. I will say, most curiously, if you look to the left, it appears a odd. Well, I guess the best way to describe it is painting of some sort. I say some sort because it's very much sloppily done, as if this was kind of like the first draft, if that makes sense. Like a
Construction.
yeah, artist people. What do you call the first draft of a
It's
painting?
usually like a basic sketch,
Yeah.
or we call it the construction. That's
So yeah, I would say if Lou had that knowledge, he could probably recognize it as that. But you can't really tell what it's supposed to be of. The colors are kind of everywhere. And then finally, in the center of the room, at the end of the table, with her head slumped over on the long thing, is Amelia, smelling of salt, booze, and maybe to the more sensitive nose, misery.
I can smell misery from a mile away as the rat just enters the room.
oh, gosh dang it, Remy.
But,
Out of character.
but in your
Out
of character,
yes.
Nobody sees this. It's just in Amelia's dream.
What?
Rat bastard. I'll get you. You hear her murmuring in her sleep.
Oh, Amelia? Oh. So, knowing that Amelia's still sleeping, he probably doesn't want to disturb her. Is there possibly like a blanket nearby to put over her at least?
Of course, yes. Currently around this area, there does seem to be blankets that you can actually, drape over them and just give them a little bit of a warmth.
So you do this.
Yes.
But
You
then-
just see, as soon as you place the blanket down, Amelia just flails. "Ah! You're not taking me alive!
What the hell is going on over there?
Who's this? Or who's speaking?
You hear Maki from down below. Could you please shut the fuck up? Stop screaming out of
From up
nowhere.
Oh yeah, I wasn't Maki at the house.
No,
we
she
thought.
can't fit.
Oh,
I
that's
thought
right.
she was.
No, she went back to the ship. I never explained it, but she never went into the house because she couldn't fit into the house.
Okay.
Yeah, which also, Lou being terrified at the sudden reaction from Amelia, he probably jumped back and he's probably against the wall.
Yeah, so Amelia is basically now, she's kind of starting to wake up, but she does have the telltale signs of a hangover. As she kind of moves in her seat, you hear the sound of rolling bottles at her feet. Clearly, her clothes are stained with some sort of liquid. Probably alcohol, the cheap ale.
The stench is overpowering, especially to Lou, who is fairly new to some sorts of alcohol. Even though you've lived on an island full of it, the stench never it goes away when it comes to it, especially when it's cheaper and if it's been sitting overnight without any cool. The smell overpowering of the yeast.
Yeah. Who's there? Who's there?
Morning, Amelia.
Who are you? Who is that?
Ooh.
Lou. Looly Lou. Rocky Lou?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just came to check on you and Irma. See how you guys doing?
Yeah. She's currently holding her head in her hand. Just like I said, it looks like she's having a good time. Sarcastically, of course,
And at
you
that
know.
point, Maki just swings open the door and just goes, "All right, what the hell's going on?" I knew you really got into the bottles. I was wondering where all those fucking went.
Oh, morning, Maki.
Morning.
Could you keep it down?
No, look.
No.
Why don't you look? You need to go see the fucking doctor again.
No, I don't.
He'll prescribe you something for that damn hangover.
I've dealt with these before. I don't need no fucking doctor.
Maybe some water. I help.
Yeah, sure. You can find it.
Only thing is, we don't have water on the ship. The only water you probably go back to the house for that. Anyways, it's already in the morning. You gotta get up. We gotta go plan some shit.
I'm not getting up the stairs.
Also, I almost slipped on your sister, pet, whatever the hell it is.
Sister.
Sorry, I can't tell.
Well, you better fucking learn before I make you my pet.
Oh, look. Hey, don't threaten me with a good time. But no, I will say no. But come on, we gotta go. No more threats.
Well, you go on ahead, and I'll join up with you guys in 15 minutes. All right? We could
All right,
recover.
Fucking drunk bastard. All right, I'm gonna grab your sister.
That would be a very bad idea.
It's okay.
It is a very bad idea.
If she bites me, she bites me.
I think you're underestimating how hard she bites.
Nah, I've been bitten by alligators.
Nah, so have I.
And a dinosaur,
Well-
actually.
Like, are they like birds, but they have two legs, and they kind
Yeah.
of... All birds have two legs.
Well, I don't know, but all right. As Maki goes over, and she's legitimately gonna try just picking up Irma.
All right, so I have two choices here. Hold on. Do I have a coin? I do. All right, give me a minute.
Oh my god, the dice.
Oh.
The coin has been.
All right. Give me a minute.
All right.
Is there anywhere I can roll? I can roll here, right? I don't know if I should use my physical dice or not. You know
You
what?
can. You can. I've been using physical dice.
Yeah, it's just that my dice are cursed.
Oh, jeez.
There.
All right, I'm gonna use the online dice once, and then this one, and then next time I'll do the physical one. Depends on that. Anyways, all right. So Irma, unfortunately, is going to react like a typical cat would when you like go into like pet them and they just suddenly spring to life and they claw and bite you.
Shit! Ow!
Did we say that it automatically hit?
Yeah, I was gonna roll if it hurt or not.
No, it would automatically hurt. I'll say she takes 1 point of damage.
Okay, and then when she registers that it's Maki, she looks up and then like licks her where she bit as if saying sorry, and then just starts crawling up onto her shoulders.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, morning, Irma.
She looks over at Lou and smiles. Her tentacles are like wagging as if saying good morning to Lou too.
All right.
So I guess does Maki leave the ship now, or
Maki would definitely leave the ship. She would go with Irma. They're already going to be heading over to the building. You can see through what seems to be a port side window that you actually do now see currently her walking off towards the home.
okay? Elia's going to reel back her head and just release one loud sigh. She just says aloud to herself, "I swear that Gynus is a pain." Why are you here, Lou?
Oh, I just wanted to check on you to see how you're doing. Oh, you and Irma.
Yeah. She kind of begins to stand out of the chair, but she kind of wobbles a little bit before taking a few breaths, and she's able to stand fully. And as she looks down on you, Lou, you see in her eyes the obvious, redness of either hangover or something else. There's a sorrow in them.
Are you doing okay?
Yeah. But, look, I'm sorry. And hopefully after today, I'll be able to fix what I've done to you and Kiru.
Oh, well, I don't think you did anything wrong.
She kind of narrows her eyes and goes, "Well, of course I did. You and Kiru have bounties now. You're criminals."
Oh, well, I can't speak for Kiru, but, like, well, okay, this might sound kind of crazy right now, but I'm okay with that.
She's gonna tilt her head and just go, "You know what? I'm gonna pretend that this is something brought over by the hangover." She's gonna begin walking upstairs onto the deck.
Oh.
He'll follow her.
Alright, once up there, she's gonna go towards the end of the boat where it's kind of, in the seawater.
As you are having a hangover, the brightness of the sun currently overhead just completely eviscerates your senses.
Ah, shit.
It's like you feel your eyes literally burning from yeah, it's like a flashbang currently on your senses.
Oh yeah, she's not having a good time, TM.
Yep. And you go over to the edge of the ship, yes.
Again, this is where the seawater's at its deepest.
Yeah.
Alright. And I assume it's deep enough to where, like, I'm basically swimming in it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so as she's trying to get her senses adjusted to the daylight, gonna say, Lou?
Yeah.
What was Irma wearing?
If I remember, shouldn't she be wearing the cloaks from yesterday?
So she looks like a captain.
Oh. Out of character, did she still have her captain's
She
clothes?
did have the captain's clothes.
Oh no.
And it begins.
I think she did have that captain's coat on, but I think she still has her cloak as well.
Okay, good. Do me a favor and look around for some a clean spare of clothes, a long coat, and I don't know, a bandana. There should probably be a red one around here, or a head wrap.
Okay, we'll wait until after this scene, and I will bring it up when you go down to to where the clothes are.
Okay, so she's gonna ask Lou. Lou, can you do that for me?
Yeah, sure thing. He goes down to go look for the clothes.
Okay.
You go down where the clothes are, and it's completely filled with water.
Oh!
open up the door and a bunch of water rushes towards you.
Amelia, if she can hear him from down below, he might be going back
the
up.
boat slowly going under, Amelia.
Oh, jeez.
Out of character,
Oh, no.
who dies? No,
Oh no.
I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Wait. I have a question. How much berry do we all have each?
10,000.
Yes, I want to say before this happened, you actually did pocket each of your monies, each of
Okay.
that you have.
Do we have like 10,000 berry each?
Yeah, I
You
think.
do.
Okay, I was just like making sure. Sorry to interrupt.
You are perfectly fine. Do not worry about that.
So the sea level is getting closer to me. Is what you're saying?
And you hear down from below, hell yeah!
Amelia!
Oh, what? Shit! What? Comes running downstairs, sees the water.
As you remember, you with your drunkenness, it's very faint, but you remember throwing a hard piece of stool that had metal tips at the end, and it punctured a small hole in the wall, and you used a little bit of rag to try to fix it.
And I guess the rag did not work.
Nope. And you notice the hole that was tiny is now a massive gash in the side of the ship where you notice where the water was rushing. You're able to wade through. It isn't large. It isn't so much to where now it's like going up near your head, or even Lou's head. Currently, it's now where it's like at your waist, and there's currently like water rushing through, but it's filling the ship so quickly that the ship is slowly going down.
Yeah, Lou's 5'1", so I hope he doesn't drown.
The
So-
entrance is still open though.
So
The doors are closed.
Amelia's gonna come in, see this, grab Lou, and begin hauling his ass upstairs.
You do so, and for the sake of brevity, I'll say you jump down onto these sands below, from the side of the ship.
In the water.
In the water, yes, because it is located near the water. You will jump into the water with Lou. It doesn't go above your head as you're around 6 foot something, so it doesn't. So you're able to still hold him there.
8 foot.
8 foot. So yeah. So currently,
Neck.
right now, because it's very small, you're able to do so.
Yeah, out of character, I picture Amelia just threw him over her shoulder, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Just fireman carries him out.
And you do slowly
like-
swim over to the shore.
And I'm just got first. I got like first hand. I got like a first person view of the ship sinking into the ocean.
Yep.
Is that what I'm?
Oh.
Wait, wasn't half of it like? Oh, it was docked. It was not docked on the
Yes.
shore though.
It was docked, but not docked on shore.
So basically, it's underwater now.
Yes. Yep. The only thing that you can now see is the mast currently still just staying there. The mast staying, but that's the only thing you can see.
Rip.
Well, those Cardinal Pirates have it coming. Out of character. They had it coming, so don't feel too
I
bad.
rolled an
Yeah.
100 on that roll to see how badly damaged you rolled on the ship.
Oh my gosh.
It was a 10. It was a D10 and a D1 and a D100 or D90. Yeah, it's a D100, but still, yeah. Yeah, so that's basically what I rolled, and complete destruction of the ship.
Karma is a beautiful thing when it hits the right people. And I'm talking about the
Here's
Cardinal
thing,
Pirates.
Erebus. We were the owners of the ship now.
Well, the previous owners. I'm talking about the previous
They're not
owners,
affected
not
by
us.
it. We are.
Oh.
I mean, it'll be fine. We can steal a Navy ship.
Why
And
no?
with the ship sunk, we're gonna be switching over to.
I'm sorry. But did you want to say anything before we switch?
I picture him and Amelia just looking at the water now, and then he's just
It's
like,
just like that moment where it's like, we fucked up, and then it switches over.
we're gonna have to explain this, I guess we start walking.
Amelia's gonna stay by the shore, just contemplating her life.
And then we switch now.
Okay.
Okay.
We switch over back to the home where currently the doc that we just see as currently Le Doctor Leon and Nixie have currently made their way up now made their way up, and now they're just waking up from their bed in some level of clothing, I would imagine, or whatever you wish. But when it comes to
We have guests over, okay? We can't.
Okay. That's gonna be like weird.
They have
side
manners,
quest.
Goldie.
Exactly. This is not. I was gonna say this is not a This is not one of those like bad P-Hub movies, okay?
Oh.
I will make it.
No.
All right. So with this, I will say that currently, as this is going on, I will say that you're the married couple begins waking up as you hear that. Would you have like any farm animals like that who were like for like eggs and such, just like chickens or something?
We would most likely be buying our stuff.
Then a random seagull begins going. A random seagull begins going. "Arr!"
Honey, do I have to get it this time? Did you get it last time? Okay, I'm gonna go get it.
"Arr!"
What is it?
You got fucking mail.
Leon reaches over and grabs it. Thank you.
Hey, this ain't a free service.
Didn't the person who sent the mail pay for it?
No.
How much?
10
Mary.
Is this bird scamming people?
I think they have heard it.
This bird hustling these bastards.
Exactly. Bert's a scam artist.
It's amazing.
All right,
I love
here
it.
you go. As Leon gives him 10 berry.
Thank you.
Leon is going to sift through the mail. Is it just like normal junk mail?
Yeah, junk mail.
I paid 10 berries for this. What kind of mail? I swear, ever since the Marines got a hold of the postage, stuff, things have been going downhill since.
The bunnies, man. Who even see them?
And yeah, no, the bird begins just flying off. The berries just jingling in the pouch, currently going now, and all of this currently happening. But yeah, everybody else who is currently in the house is also awakened from the seagull. But there is other things in mail that is currently inside of the bundle that you got. Mostly mail from, let's say, like current news around the island. There is also news of how a group of people stole a ship from a captain on a island known as In Island.
Oh my gosh. Could
My little
I
Nix, did you want to read the newspaper? I just want to read the comic strips.
I guess I can read the newspaper, yeah.
Do you want to? You don't have to, my love.
I know. I need my coffee first, please.
Yeah, do it. You want me to make you some eggs?
Okay.
Okay.
You want seagull eggs, it'll cost you an extra 50.
We get them from
Your
the
whole
local.
business.
We don't downgrade ourselves to seagulls. We don't like the rats of the sea, okay?
Damn. It's in the walls.
Oh my gosh.
I'm already angry at you people for making me pay to receive my own mail.
Whoa. What is this about you? I'm a bird, not a person.
You speak, therefore you're a person.
Fuck you. Flies off.
As-
By the way, you have bird chlamydia. I can see it from here.
Oh no!
Out of character, Goldie, if that bird shows up in front of Irma, she's gonna immediately try to eat it. I'm just saying.
On top of Maki's shoulders, you do see the bird currently flying above you at the moment.
He smacks her lips and then goes in for the reach with the tentacles.
Roll me a grapple check.
Alright, I'll do it with the online one first. Yes. Plus strength, right?
Plus strength, yes.
And your proficiency.
Alright. And my okay, so that's strength. That's 3, so
3
What
plus
was it?
5.
3 plus 5, so that's
18.
yeah, 18.
All right. That was a 15 for the bird.
Just yoink.
Yoink.
Hey! Don't you?
Just like just like Irma has like a Yoshi tongue.
With tentacles, she looks at it and she realizes, oh, it's big, and she opens her mouth to the point where she pops her jaw.
Hey! I'm a delivery bird, not an eating bird.
Oh
And then
no!
she slowly starts to put him in her mouth.
Maki just grabs it, gets one hand and karate chops you in the top of the head slightly.
Like one
Let it
finger.
go.
She's like rubbing her head. Like, Maki,
screaming.
Oh gosh!
yeah, Maki karate chops her and like this pops her jaw back in place and she starts like yelping as she rubs her head.
Yeah. That is no, wrong voice. That is a delivery bird. Don't eat those.
She looks at the bird and then back at
That's
Maki
disgusting.
and then just licks the bird.
It tastes like cigarettes.
She just like she throws it on the ground, like just straight up just yeets it on the ground.
It flutters and then begins flying off, looking like it isn't traumatized.
No! Oh jeez!
And by the way, now currently you do see as Leon, you do now see currently Maki and Irma with Irma on Maki's shoulders, currently walking towards you at the moment. You saw this in front of you as well while you were just reading the mail, currently looking at the cartoons, and you're just seeing this happen in front of you, and you're just, and yeah.
You know, I was really curious. I kind of wanted to see how that would have played out.
Maybe next time.
Hey, Maki.
Hey. So,
Do you need a bandage for that little bite mark?
no.
Are you sure? I made one that looks exactly like you.
Oh.
Well, I would know. I would not know at all. No, look, I don't. It's just a scratch, literally just a scratch.
Just put it on. You know it. My medicine works very quickly.
Honestly, I don't even know if I don't know if I got any diseases from being scratched by this.
Irma just looks at Maki, waves at the doctor. Doesn't take an account that she was insulted. It's just words. It's just gibberish to her.
I like that. I like Irma's mindset.
Yeah.
You know,
lives in.
I don't.
Sorry, continue.
No, you can continue first.
No, it's because she lives in the here and the now, like a dog.
You know, I don't want to be rude towards your friends, but I would take that bandage because I don't know what was in her mouth beforehand.
That's fair, especially since she tried to eat a quote-unquote rat of the sea.
Rat of the seas.
Well, at this point, so Hey Doc. Got one on the ship. She's a little hungover. Like really, really hungover.
Is it Amelia, the same one from yesterday?
Yep. The bitch.
Yeah, very
Okay.
headstrong one.
Alright. Irma does understand that word, and she smacks Maki in the back of the head.
What the fuck?
I am surprised she understands English.
Barely.
Apparently so. Apparently that lady has been teaching her bad language.
Irma just huffs.
Mm.
He's very
Um,
entertaining. I'm not going to lie.
By the way, where's everybody else? Where's the glowy string bean and the other well, oh yeah, where's your wife as well?
Well, they're probably sleeping. I know my wife is finishing packing up because we're getting ready to at least just load our stuff onto the ship. And yeah, I think everyone's just asleep. We're also making breakfast too.
Okay. I will say, as this happens, Katie, you currently now smell what seems to be bacon and eggs currently being cooked over what seems to be a skillet. It fills your nose. Very familiar smells from different places you've gone on as you've been traveling. Just a lot of different foods being made.
I just imagine like Kira, who was previously sleeping kind of like a cat, kind of like smells a bit. He's like, hmm? And he just goes downstairs or wherever he's at, and he says like, morning everyone. Maki, okay?
The only one you see currently inside of the house, as everybody else is outside, you would currently now just see Nixie currently in front, cooking up some eggs and bacon, and a couple other maybe some sun-dried potatoes with covered in a seasoning.
Morning, Nixie. You sleep well?
Good morning. I guess aside from the stupid male seagull that woke us up, so I'm just making breakfast and brewing some
Oh.
coffee. So
Alright.
I guess. How about you guys? Is everything okay?
Hold up. Goldie, did he had any weird dreams or nah?
Had a dream of a rat threatening him for money.
I would say
A wet
in
one.
terms of dreams, I wouldn't know. What dreams would your character have?
I think I was just standing on the water just feeding seagulls with popcorn.
Okay.
And it was just a peaceful dream. Like, it was just
Do
peaceful.
seagulls
Like...
have human faces, though?
No, they're just normal seagulls. They're
Um,
just I was like, I just had a really peaceful dream. I was just feeding seagulls with popcorn, and I was just standing on the water for some reason. It was nice. Hello?
Chill.
Huh. Interesting. I guess. A little odd, but okay.
Mm.
What's odd? Share with the audience. Because we heard that.
huh?
We heard the odd bit. I don't know. Like, it went silent, and then I just hear...
Oh.
I
no,
was
that
just,
was just a reaction to what Kiddy said.
like basically
Oh, shit. I'm sorry.
he just dreamed
No, it
of
was
feeding
not.
seagulls. It was just peaceful.
All right. Well, and as you're waking up, Kiddy, and you go over to talk to Nixie, currently now walking over, you now would see Amelia, possibly now making her way over to the rest of the group. All of you currently now are currently, I would say that Nixie does finish up the cooking of the food. There is currently now Irma. I would say at this point, are you still on Maki's shoulders?
Yes, Maki is our captain chair. She's not leaving those shoulders.
You just stay on the shoulders.
Oh my gosh.
Aki has been promoted to chair.
God.
Oh.
Bless.
And well, during all of this, I would say that yeah, all of you currently now are meet up around the table, and opening up the door now is currently Amelia.
Morning, Amelia. Morning, Lou. And then like he just like notices Amelia's like. Does he notice anything about Amelia?
Well, for starters, both her and Lou are soaking wet.
What happened? You guys okay?
I decided to go for a shower in the sea.
Could I roll insight just to make sure?
Do you allow the insight?
Yes, I'll allow the
He's just
insight.
he just like has a look of concern.
Okay, seeing
19 plus 5, that is 23.
There was so much sarcasm dripping from Amelia's lip in that remark that if she had a bucket, it'd be overflowing with sarcasm right now.
Um,
I'm sorry, Amelia's not in a good mood right now.
I can tell. Did something happen last night?
Yeah, I can imagine if Kiro looks over at Lou while he's like fixing his hair back. You could just see the worry on his face.
Lou? Is everything okay with you?
Oh, well, something might have happened.
Right, look. Irma, how are you doing, huh?
oh, did you say Irma?
Yeah.
Okay, Irma immediately beams when her sister comes in, but like Kiyu had said, she saw that something was wrong because of the wet clothes. She jumps off of Miko's Maki.
Maki, it's like a Maki roll.
Okay. She jumps off of Maki's shoulders and then comes over and then like picks at her sister's wet clothing as if asking what happened.
I had to wash the alcohol off somehow, don't worry. Have you eaten breakfast yet?
I was kind of
Just finished.
I was just smelling.
Food's all ready.
Oh, good. Here, let's get you
But
something
before
to eat.
you're allowed to eat, drink this. As Leon hands you a glass filled with like bubbly water.
Spicy water.
To Amelia. This is to Amelia.
Thank you?
Please drink it all at once.
Oh.
You see a band-aid at the very bottom sizzling.
Band-aids at the bottom of the cup?
Yep, just sizzling. Like sizzling with bubbles to the top. Slowly going away.
I'm not drinking these band-aids. Yawn.
Trust me. It'll make you feel better.
Just trust the doctor already.
Yes, I know my ability is weird, but I can assure you it is perfectly fine, healthy, and safe.
I will say, Maki is just currently huddled up, holding her knees because she's too tall to be in this house. So she's literally just sitting down and having to actually like bend over every where she has to go, and she just goes like, "I will listen to him. Also, the lady made us breakfast. Be grateful at least."
Thank you, Nick.
Wasn't not being grateful to Nix, right? Nixie. Yeah, I was not being
Nixie.
ungrateful for her. Nixie?
Nixie.
Yes.
Nixie,
Only
yeah,
this
Nixie.
only this one calls me Nix.
Alright. Gonna take the drink with one big gulp. Swing. Takes it down like a shot.
All right, so yeah, you feel immediately better. Like out of nowhere, the hangover you had, gone.
Told you to trust the doctor.
Do you feel better?
Yes. Didn't have to. I would have gotten over the hangover myself. Thank you.
But I have to because it's kind of the oath, of healing people.
Oath.
Doctors go through an oath that we promise to heal those to the best of our abilities and not to cause any damage to the name and to the field of doctoring.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh. Does it have any objections to you being a pirate?
In my opinion, it shouldn't. Those in need of help deserve to get help.
Okay, well. I guess
But I will
while
say
we...
dissection is really fun.
Plus, there's been some pirates that are known to help people too. Like there's the Doctor Pirates. They're kind of well known. They help to
What?
take in people who have escaped slavery from the Celestial Dragons and all these other places.
I just say like Kiruk just like cocks his head to the side like out of intrigue, like
But anywho, come on, let's all eat. We have
Right.
hot food. Otherwise, my little Nyx is going to get very, very peeved that we're letting her food get cold.
Yeah, plus not only that, but I got a lot of dishes to clean up after, so yeah.
I will help you, dear.
Right.
and Kiruk just says thanks Nixie, and he's just eating his food. He's like,
I'm gonna say Amelia sits down and she makes sure that Irma has a seat next to her.
What are you talking about? She's already stuffing her
I
face.
will say, as soon as Amelia gets off, you see Maki currently just wiping off slime like.
okay,
And
I'm
basically, I'm gonna say Amelia's just watching Irma and making sure like she's not making too much of a mess, while also like she's eating
Yes,
everything.
And Kiryu was trying to say something as well. So
I was trying to say like he just like notices and just kind of uses like kind of like those thousands for like vanish to kind of clear out all the slime off of her, like just doing that. That's basically what he's doing. He's removing the slime off of her, just like wondering how this even happened in the first place. It's like Maki, I just noticed you got. I noticed there's like something on you. Let me just get that off real quick.
Sure. If okay, look, you don't need to do that. Like, it's fine. There's literally paper towels right here.
You sure?
Hero?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay
I'm
then.
trying to get your attention, Kiru.
Huh?
Maki,
Kiro, would those work on like wet clothes? Cause me and Amelia are close.
I could try. Here, let me just
That'd be
see if
great.
it does. Like, does it work? Goldie, does that like vanish trick work?
Yes.
Like that?
It
Did it just
will
even
clear
work on
water.
both? Yeah, so he's just doing that to like both, Lou and Amelia. Like, there you go. I don't know why you guys are drenched. Smells like salt water. I don't think you shower in
Oh.
salt water.
Thanks, Kiro.
No problem.
Right. So, anyways, today's plan. If we're gonna make this, I assume we're leaving the island today. Yes.
Mm-hmm. That's. I don't know. That's
Speak-
what they're thinking.
well, speaking about leaving the island, me and my wife, we have all of our things packed up. We're ready to load them up onto your ship. You mind leading us to your ship?
Lou's sweating at this point.
Right. There's a change of plans on that remark. Along with getting a map for this section of the sea, we'll also have to take a ship.
Kira's just like. Kira just like looks kind of annoyed at the idea of stealing more shit.
Well, Kiryu, they said that we would need first off, what did you do to the ship, and why are we trying to make a new ship when we have one?
You
The
guys don't have a ship?
old ship is underwater currently.
Like, wait,
You
what?
sunk the ship?
Hold
Ooh,
up.
space
How
is
the
full of
hell did
worms.
you sunk the ship?
Mm.
No, my
Hold up.
question is, how did you not stop it when you were fucking sleeping below deck, huh? I'd figure you'd be able to patch up the hole that I made.
I was down below.
Drunk
deck.
off your head, huh? Of course.
Yeah, yes, I was drunk too, but you were more drunk.
You were supposed to be the responsible one. Where you got us
I
at?
thought you said you were the responsible one.
I like to
I'm
think
not
that
wrong.
Irma's just in the middle licking her plate,
let's
just
not
watching them go back and forth.
Let's not.
Heroes-
make Trixie
I'm
mad,
also
because
gonna say-
she will literally throw hands with us.
Kira's like already just like wondering where he puts his plate after he ate it. It's like, Nixie, where'd I put it?
Over here to the side, and I'll get it. And yes, you are very right, because I will literally
Alrighty.
be very
He
mad.
just like puts it where like Nixie tells him to put it.
Trust
Like,
me.
there you go.
Trust her when she says that. She really means it. She's scary.
She's really scary.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with me. Also, did you guys say that you guys need a ship? Cause I might be possibly willing to make one.
Oh? You can make
You can make
ships?
ships?
What?
Like, I just imagine Kira's veins just turned like, kind of like light green out in intrigue. Like, wait, you can make ships? That's so cool.
I just need a certain list of supplies, and then I will be able to do so.
Only thing
Like,
is
well-
that if we get, I did, Anna, by the way, I wasn't sleeping on the ship. I was actually taking a look around, and I will tell you this: Marines have. I did actually check out the lumber yards. There's Marines everywhere around them. So if we wanted to try getting lumber to even build a ship, we're gonna need to actually try to either convince the Marines, even though we have bounties in our heads, that's gonna be probably impossible, or we're gonna have to take them out.
Kira's just like,
We could
Nixie,
sneak
how long
in.
will it-
But how are we gonna get out lumber?
If you let me talk, Nixie, how long will it take you to make a ship?
Goldie, how long would it take me to?
Say it like
an estimate.
Not too long, since I'm very crafty per se. So I guess, maybe about a month. But
I remember you built that one boat. It took you about 2 months, but it was a large vessel. I think you could probably make a bit of a smaller one.
I could
Maybe
make
about a
some.
month and a half.
Yeah, or if I work fast enough with the right amount of supplies and a little bit of help.
I'll
I
help
could
you. I'll make sure I don't break it again.
and a little bit of help.
I can try helping. I can help you on that.
Then we could probably get it done a bit faster, maybe.
Just make sure not to break the hole this time. Instead, we would.
Just don't make sure to break anything.
So, Nixie, does that mean you're a shipwright?
Yes, I am.
Cool.
Her father taught her many craftable trades.
Awesome. I did tell me a lot of things.
So what I'm hearing then is you're gonna have to be on this island for a month or so.
Done quicker with the right amount of help.
Okay, that tosses out my idea.
Honestly,
the Marines are holding some. I did actually do some scouting, and the Marines are currently holding the. They do have other shipwrights that can probably help us, and they're currently being worked to the bone. Maybe they'll help us more than help them.
I'm sorry, are you suggesting we assault the Marine force on this island?
We already got bounties in our heads, so I say why not?
So, why? I'm just gonna ask Maki. I understand, but wouldn't that cause more trouble for us to even do that?
Look, we have
I'm
bounties
just-
in our heads, so even if we cause trouble,
It,
I don't care.
but think about this. But just try to think this through about this. Like, we have bounties in our heads, so wait. Akira's like looks kind of like absolutely a bit annoyed, realizing he has bounty on his head. It's like, look, it's already bad enough we have bounties on our heads. We should just try to do this. I don't know, like stealthily, like maybe just sneak in, sneak out. Instead of just, like,
Right, let's
approaching the
have the
Marines.
9-foot wonder here sneak in and out of a shipyard.
I was
I'm
just
sure
about to
that'll be
say,
the one.
I was watching from the distance.
Oh.
In my case, I have a bunch of Marine uniforms from the old days.
Q's just
It
like
just turns her head. Have Marine
Q
uniform?
is just Q's just like kind of seeing where this is going, and he's like, he like, he's just like, I'm just gonna. He's just thinking. He's just probably thinking like, he's just seeing the Marine uniforms, and he's just like, kind of conflicted. He's just probably like rather just sneak in. This, because he's got some ways to sneak in.
You know, you could
Right.
say it in person that Kitty would rather sneak in.
You know, if you guys want to dress up as Marines, that's fine, but I'm just gonna sneak in. It just,
You would know that dressing up as a Marine would also constitute sneaking in. It'd make things a bit easier.
it would not.
Yes, it will. The Marines are kind of
would.
stupid, especially the low-level grunts. Trust me, I know. From personal experience.
Unfortunately, me and Maki and Irma would probably not be able to join in on it, since they'll probably look upon us exotics a little weirdly.
Same with
No,
me. Unfortunately.
Not really. All are welcome
Unfortunately.
to join the Marines.
Hmm.
I've worked with a couple fishmen. I've worked with this one over here, as Leon points towards Nyx. Her father was a Marine, so they're used to having a mermaid around.
Yeah, pretty much.
Could I
There's
just
giants. There's
wait?
whatever.
Could
There's a
I
long
bring
neck
up,
dude.
Could I bring up something, Goldie, if that's okay?
Yeah, it's yes.
I was just wondering if like Kier could just bring up about his dad.
You can say it in character.
Okay. Kier is just clearly uncomfortable with this ideal. He just remembers that his dad was a vice admiral. It's like, actually, my dad was a vice admiral.
Say, I was a lieutenant, and her father was a vice admiral.
Oh? So, and he looks at Nixie like realizing that they both have something in common, like, oh?
Yes. Yes, indeed.
I thought it was like the only one that kind of had a vice admiral as a dad.
Okay, so
I just,
have enough uniforms for most of us then?
Well, first off, what's everyone's heights? I'm about 6 foot.
I'm 6 foot from the shoulders.
Okay, so it should be able to fit you. Maybe be a little bit big, but we can make it work.
I'm just 6'2". No, I'm actually 6'3", actually, but I'm still not really on board with disguising ourselves as Marines. It's just that.
Then why don't then you don't do that? You watch from the trees. You
Okay.
You don't need to take a costume.
Okay.
Everybody
I
else
can do
who
that.
wants to
I could just
can have
scout.
one.
I could just scout from like the outsides, make sure that you guys go in safely, and probably take out anyone that tries to do something to you guys. I'm
Also
just
sneak like a snake.
Please no.
I just unwind myself, love.
No. You know what?
Kira's just like curious, like I'm really curious, but I don't want to scare your wife.
Trust me.
I don't do it to. I've only done it a few times. The first time was with Maki because I unwound myself. The other time was because there was something inside of the roof and we needed to go see what it was.
Oh.
I can turn into bandages. I'm not
You're
saying I
just-
transform into a snake.
And Kira's just like getting more like. Oh, he's getting more curious about this, like, but then he notices that it will just freak out Nixie, so he doesn't bring it up. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, to answer your question earlier, Leon, I'm 5'1".
Hey Nixie, did Oh, that's right. If you did have a uniform, it's only the top half.
Uh, yeah.
All right.
But
So,
I don't.
but we don't have the bottom half.
But we said that they're usually used to having mermaids on there.
Yes, but you don't have legs.
There was something I was gonna try to bring up something like, plus I don't know how the Marines would feel about like Marines that are like half something.
Look.
That's why I'm just like out to like kind of scout from the trees and such.
That's fine. So what? We go into this area, we take the shipwrights out, and then they help us make a ship.
Only unfortunate thing is if we take the shipwrights from them, then the Marines are gonna be, or the Marines are also gonna
They're
be
gonna
wondering.
be alerted. They're gonna be alerted. So
No, because they're gonna be very questionative. Remember, the new members are gonna be they're gonna probably be looking up certain names on boards. They're probably gonna have somebody who keeps track of all of them, especially for payments, because of course they gotta pay the workers. But then again, the Marines pay them minimum wages. They're even far below than most places on certain things. But what I'm trying to say here is that I don't think we should even just sneak in. We just take them and go.
Sorry. So we can just come up with names then. Duh.
They would have
Obvious.
it unlocked. Maybe.
They're logged.
I'm just
Okay.
getting this from what you told me, Leon.
I'm just using the idea of using the outfits. That way, once we're in there, then we can determine whether we can just eliminate from within, or we sneak them out. I think eliminating them from within would be smarter. That way, we can at least grab everything and then we leave.
well,
It's just a
Maki
hit and
does
run.
have a point about the Marines, how they document like new members. From what my dad has told me before he left, he did tell me that they're very fickle about it, about new members.
And it depends under which admiral.
Mm.
Because I've met some that are very strict and serious, and I've met some that are very lax, like our father.
I have a question, Leon. Did um did you met my dad by any chance?
Who is your father?
Hunter Maxwell?
Nope.
No. Huh.
No.
Huh.
I typically stay with many of the squads of doctors, healing the sick on various islands, and healing various Marines on, dedicated islands for doctoring.
Oh, I see.
I did go to, the New World a few times, but not so much. Like I just went, helped a couple people, and then I went back.
Cool.
Okay. So then it sounds like a lot of us are gonna go inside, and once we're at their most squishiest part of the encampment, we're gonna strike out, take the shipwrights by force, bring them back here, and then just convince them to work on a new boat with us.
I had a question though. I was just like wondering, like, am I just gonna be scouting from the trees to make sure everything goes right, or
Yes, you will be in the trees, and
I'm just trying to make sure that I know what I'm gonna be doing.
you don't want to come in with us, so yes, you'll be in the trees. Expect you to either jump in or create an opening for us to leave if things get hairy.
Hmm.
Is that too hard for you?
Well, I remember that I created like a distraction for you and Irma to leave when the Cardinal Pirates tried to get you guys.
Right.
I remembered that, so I could try to see if there's like any escape routes for you guys.
Okay. I'll do. Amelia's looking at Irma and is just You are not going to get away with a disguise.
Yeah, that one's definitely not gonna get away with disguise. That's definitely gonna
In,
be.
res- in
Yeah,
response,
unfortunately not.
in response, she looks at her sister and blinks one eye and then the other and licks her nose.
Um.
Actually, no, I have an idea on how to get you inside, anyways. Tell me, you wouldn't by chance have any sort of cuffs that the Marines would use?
Oh. Like, just pretend to, like, have us be, like, prisoners or something?
Oh, her.
Her being a prisoner? Hmm.
Bring her inside. Once we're deep enough in there, we let loose and carve our way
I
out.
might have some regular cuffs, but
Would they be convincing enough?
I might, if you want, I
yes,
could accompany Irma. If you
but
want.
the problem is that
Huh?
well, maybe it could work.
Okay.
Irma looks at how do you pronounce the name again? Gosh.
Hiru?
Kiru, yeah. She looks at Kiru when he asks if if she would like it if he wanted to accompany her. And honestly, she has no idea what's going on.
Me either, so I'm just trying to, you know,
Yeah.
I'm just
I mean,
trying to figure out, like, a better plan.
you can be a prisoner with her, it's just she's not going to be verbal about it because she has no idea what's being discussed. Until those cuffs get slapped on her, she's like, oh.
It's okay, it's just for, don't worry, Irma, this is kind of like a...
Well, they're not doing it now, but when they do, she's gonna get what's going on. Yeah.
By the way,
It's like...
Oh, sorry.
Maki, did you say... Did
No,
you
I
have
was
an
just gonna
idea?
say, Lou, what do you think of all this? You've been rather quiet the whole time.
Oh, well, I've never done anything like this before, so
Me
I guess
either.
I'll just do whatever you guys say.
Okay,
Me
good.
either. I'm just... Honestly, from past experiences, I'm used to, like, kind of stopping... Honestly, before I met you guys, I was used to kind of stopping, like, pirates that were trying to do, like, the similar tricks and stuff, but I've never been on the other side of
Pirates
the...
are evil.
I'm
Ignoring
learning.
that,
I'm learning.
in theater, you should
Okay?
know exactly how to act like a pirate then, saying it so many times. Which is what we're going to be doing today. Lou, I expect you to be the strong and silent type. Can you manage that?
Wait.
Yeah, I can try.
Here's just, like,
Or
kind of,
no?
like, thinking in his head which one would actually be the best idea. He's just kind of confused, like...
Okay, so
I
then
could
here's the
go
plan.
with Irma, or I could join you guys.
We already established you're going to go on the outside.
Yes.
Okay, so so am I just gonna be scanning from the trees? Okay.
Yes, you
We'll
are.
be scanning through the trees. You're going to track down where the shipwrights are. And once we get them, you're going to create an escape route for us.
Okay.
Now, my question is, do we know how many of the Marine forces on this island are at this shipwright place?
There's Goldie, do I know how much Marines are on there?
No, unless you've done some previous scouting of this island, which you haven't at the moment.
Okay.
It wasn't brought up. Currently, the information. No, you do not know, and that's a thing. You don't even know where the location of the headquarters is. You've seen the flags from above.
Maki knows.
Yeah.
You know, Mike?
Yeah, I do know. But yeah. All right. So yeah, I know. I was looking around, and from what I know, it's just all across the island. But the lumber yards, the other hand, is a little more towards probably the east or north, south of the island. I would say more northeast, if anything.
Goldie, do I know where this other island is or no? I just want to make
no,
sure.
no island that they're going to. to explain further, you guys are on the island, but the
Okay.
lumber yard where they're cutting the trees at for lumber is on the northeast side of this island. But you haven't done any previous scouting.
Okay.
So on one side of the island is the shipwrights, and on the other side is the lumber mill. I'm getting that
Yes.
straight? Okay.
No, the
well,
shipwrights are right where the lumber yard is, because that's where
There's
the lumber is
an-
being transported.
Wait a minute. There's another
even
question I had.
Yes.
How are we gonna communicate to each other? Like,
well,
let's say I discover something. Like, how am I gonna relay that to you guys?
I mean, some of the Marines probably have some Dendemushis. If we can take some of them out, they will usually have them.
Transponder snails?
Yeah.
And then Mushi is just more fun to say.
I just
still
used to
think
saying
we
the
should
English
just- we should
version.
just- look, I just think we should just break them out, and be done with this quickly.
Maki, do you believe there's not that many of them there to pose a threat?
Well, from what I've seen on a lot of these other things, I saw them how they were able to fight. I think we should be fine. They're just low-level
just-
Marines and one captain on here.
that
trust your
captain
judgment.
being a devil fruit user, correct?
I'm not a devil fruit user, but Leon is.
The captain.
The
Thought we established that already,
yes,
right?
Yes. Yeah, he's a devil fruit user, but so is Leon.
So then he's unpredictable. Look,
He,
I
he
have.
just has the coffee fruit.
Right. Okay. Here's the idea. Go in there, find the best spot to start releasing hell. Then once we find the shipwrights and enough timber to build our ship, we burn the rest of the place to the ground.
I wouldn't do that. There's still civilians on the island.
Do you really want to?
Part of the timber mill, not the whole island
Well,
itself.
the timber mill is for the people too. What I'm trying to do is to free the
So-
island from these damn Marines that are on here. That's why I'm telling us we should just take them out, so we can free the.
You'd
people
want
of
to
this.
just kill them all?
Not kill them. We don't need to kill them. Just take them.
How
out,
do we
knock
stop them
out.
from coming back then?
The one that look, everybody on this island doesn't want to be here, especially the Marines. But the captain of this ship, because not this ship, the captain of this island, the captain of the Marines keeps them here. Some Marines are just there because they have nothing else to go to, or they want to be Marines. This captain though is a bad guy from what I've seen. Leon knows this. Leon's told me stories of this guy. The other Marines are afraid of him. So what if we want to do? We take him out, and maybe his loyal followers, if he has any, and then we free this damn island. And look, we have bounties in our heads. It may bring us up with the Marines, but we're still freeing people who are.
I'm not concerned about the bounties right now. I'm
No,
just.
But we're freeing good people who just are trying to make a living, especially the Marines who don't want to be on here.
Mm.
Some of the Marines
Okay.
on here are good.
Yeah.
I've been on this island. I know that a couple of them. Even Leon was a Marine. He was a really good Marine.
Look, good or bad, that's not our concern right now. Our concern is to secure enough wood and shipwrights to make a ship, get out of here before Marine reinforcements come back.
Hell.
Now, if you're saying if we defeat the captain, the rest of the Marines will leave the island with them, and we'll have enough time to get off this place before they come back looking for us.
Hell, maybe
Think there'll be
the
enough
people
time?
on the island will help us out to even get out if we help them. I don't know, but look, I'm gonna follow anything you guys want me to.
I was trying to say that, saving people, that's
Well, let's
good.
remember the main focus here.
Mm-hmm.
Defeat the captain, secure the shipwrights, and secure the timber.
So
And make sure we have enough time to make the ship and get off the island.
Okay, besides scouting for like any okay, I'm sorry if I can't really speak well. So besides scouting the marine activity from the trees and trying to find escape route, do you guys want me to do anything else?
We're expecting you to be a bird's eye view and stop any nasty surprises from coming at us. Okay?
Okay.
If you feel the need to join us, then do so, but for now we're relying on your judgment to intervene or not, okay?
Okay.
Then though, your main goal is to prevent any nasty surprises, and if there are none, or you do that, then to help us find a way out if things go south.
Okay.
Alright, out. We have a marine outfit for Maki.
No, I'm not gonna be one. Add me as like a prisoner or something. Because
You said it then.
Outfit about as big as for me.
Unfortunately, I only stay this. I might. Oh no, it's all destroyed when I was doing that experiment on myself. So no, I don't. I don't. So yeah,
Okay.
you would have to be, unfortunately, shackled.
Alright, so in that case, need cuffs for Maki and Irma here. And the rest of us will be in marine outfits. We'll be scouting the outside of the lumber yard. And go in there, beat the captain, secure the timber, and free the shipwrights. Questions?
Don't forget the map, I say out of character.
Wait. Guys, what about the map?
Who needs a map?
Map to
Yes,
another
well,
Nobody
island?
gets my
map.
reference.
Off the captain. I'm sure he'll have it on him, or I'll be in his office or whatever. Oh, and one more thing. Pirates. So, when we go in there, let's act like pirates, huh?
Just because you have a bounty does not necessarily mean you're a pirate.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, at this point, it's going to be
Am
the
I a
safest
pirate?
bet. Said it's
Then
going to be the
again-
safest bet for us right now.
Then again,
To get the rest of the Marines to be afraid of the so-called pirates coming in to wreck their shit, then it'll be easier.
honestly, now you're sounding like you're making a good plan, rather than being angry all the time.
Well, you know what? I've been awful angry whenever you're around. Kind of coincidental, huh?
I love pissing you off. It is so fun.
Oh, you see, look at that. All right, Irma. Now, Amelia's gonna just make sure 100% attention on Irma. Irma.
Yeah.
All right. Going to be doing a performance today, okay?
It takes her a minute and she just gasps like
Okay, so first, we're going to do the performance of a slave. We're going to have to put cuffs on your hands, okay?
and she like nods her head rapidly.
But once I give you the cue, we'll be doing the Emperor performance, okay?
Oh my, she is elated because like here's the thing, she's very simple-minded, and she takes pride in a few things she knows how to do, and one of those things is the performance thing, although she's very bad at it, but she tries.
Guys, that's what matters.
So she's just clapping her hands like, yes!
Okay, good. Now, we're going to need to count on you to play those two parts well. Can you do it?
Yes! And she holds up both her hands in like thumbs up position.
Oh boy.
All right,
Oh,
great.
boy.
Now let's get those suits out. Uniforms.
Hmm.
John.
So I am assuming that my wife is gonna be with us, or is she going to be handcuffed?
I thought you said you had a uniform for her?
Only for the
Perfect.
top half.
Well, she can only have a top half.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
She's a mermaid. She has a fish tail.
Okay.
Out of character, are we doing the one I deal with mermaids about when they're a certain age, then they can like separate their tail to walk
I
on
don't
land?
know.
No.
Yes, but Nick sees an anomaly.
Nick sees an
Oh.
anomaly. Just
Oh,
like
okay.
Irma and Kira are anomalies themselves. Hello? Did everything get all quiet?
No,
Yeah,
we're all
because
here,
we're-
but I was waiting on them to say something across the table.
Oh,
Okay, that was just the question I had, but okay, so she can't do that then?
At this time, no.
Okay.
So wait a
So-
minute. Am I being handcuffed or what's?
I think just put on your marine outfit, honey. You look really good in it.
Do you want to be handcuffed?
I don't know.
It would probably be better to put on the uniform.
Yeah, she doesn't have a
When
balance.
you talk
so
about their bedroom
doesn't need the
performances.
Don't even start.
when did this get erotic? Hold up.
We don't like mentioning what
That's
we do in
just-
our private time.
Jeez, that just got weird all of a sudden.
Regardless, I think you should wear a uniform. It would help.
Okay.
Right. So, and again, I'm assuming Irma's still in her captain garb, right?
Yeah.
No.
Yep. Although it's like dirty and dingy now because it's like too big on her and it drags on the floor.
She tore pieces off it.
Then I
Yeah,
guess
she
Right.
trips.
we'll have
She
her
trips
present
sometimes.
She ate some pieces of the coat.
So
No,
we
she
can play
used it
off.
for.
No, because I was gonna say we can play it off that she's the captain of this crew that we took care of.
Then we're going to be the crew once we reveal ourselves. Okay.
Wait, is that for real, or are you just joking about that?
Part of the performance. Look, it's going to really help. Like I said, if we can sell the idea to these Marines that we are indeed a real pirate crew, it's going to be a lot easier to intimidate them off the island, okay? We have to really sell that part.
Oh, okay.
Guess that means then, if everyone is okay with it, to address Irma here as captain.
Okay. I'm not sure. But if she wants to, then it's fine. Just
Irma's fine being captain. Sis?
Irma like was playing with a loose string on the coat, but when Amelia calls her, she looks up
Fine with being captain?
and she nods vigorously. Yes.
Alright. Okay.
I had a wait, one more question.
But
If let's just say, like, I know that about the Dendomushis, like, I'm just wondering how we're gonna obtain those so that we could communicate. That's
it's probably
Still
going to be an
sound-
afterthought. Realistically, we're going to have to play this blind, or you'll have to give us a signal if you want to tell us something's up, okay?
I don't know how I'm gonna do that.
I'm sure you can think of something.
You glow like a damn disco ball, so I would say just glow in a different color.
Okay. Okay.
Alright,
Mhm.
everyone's ready?
Yeah.
Sounds fine, but let's get everything going and I guess let's get this started. Well, I think we should. We'll go when we get there, but we're gonna have to walk across the island, and by the time we get there, it's probably gonna get. We'll probably have to go at least tomorrow morning. It's starting to get late. We've been planning for hours.
Already?
It likely only took us at most an hour to get this planning done.
I
Well,
thought
Then I would say it's about.
We did
12
wake up pretty
a.m. to
early.
12 p.m. 12 a.m. to 1 o'clock.
We woke up right at the crack of dawn at 8 a.m.
I know it's late, but does anyone want just like a little snack or anything? Because I can whip something up pretty quick.
Hey,
I'm not-
so what do you have?
Just about anything you can think of, really.
We have some nuts, some chips, basic finger foods.
I probably would like some chips.
Irma's just giving the puppy dog eyes, like head on the chair. As soon as she heard snack, she's like, "Yes, please."
Yes. And for the sake of brevity, I will say that all of you begin enjoying a meal. You begin,
Or-
and after you enjoy your meal, you all begin donning forms other than Kiryu and Maki, and especially Irma, as Irma is dressed up as a captain and within shackles. All of you begin donning on outfits, and you begin making your way out the door of Leon and Nixie's home. Just beginning to make your way slowly. You see what seems to be some people, probably workers and other sorts of people looking over at this, and they're all they're making waves of like, oh, like the Marines got another pirate group. There's been a lot coming to this island lately, from like whispers
Goldie?
and hush whispers. Yes.
A question: would I already be like in the trees?
Yeah, I would say at this point you will be in the trees and in the trees for the foreseeable future, unless asked to come down.
Okay, like I just imagine like here just like kind of like crawls up like a little dragon on the trees, just making sure he's just hidden. It's just like it's just the way he just climbs is not natural. That's all I'm gonna say.
Now, how is Irma walking currently while shackled?
Okay, so she's just leapfrogging.
Rocket.
I'm gonna say Amelia's gonna be holding onto the shackles in a way where it's kind of like helping her.
There's like hush
Two-footed.
whispers of this like, that is the weirdest captain of a ship that I've ever seen.
Irma's more interested in the little animals than she is in the whispers, but she does catch a few. Not that she knows what they're saying.
Oh my god.
All right. And at this point, I would say that what location are you wishing to go to first? Because I'm going to give you full liberty now to do whatever you want.
I thought the shipwright and the log yard was in the same place, right?
They are.
So wouldn't that just be one place then?
Yes. But what I'm trying to say is that you guys now have full liberty to do anything you want on this island, depending on where you want to go. It is a sandbox, so whatever you feel like your character will do what you would think you do.
All right, we're
So
gonna
we'd
go
be
straight
heading
to
there.
that. We're gonna go straight there.
All right.
We can have the sandbox after we do this first thing.
Yeah.
We gotta keep up appearances. We can't just have the leapfrogging chained whatever Irma is, and then go to a shop to buy a sword. Like, we can't do that.
Freaking tie her outside of the store like one would tie a horse.
One Piece, though. That's actually what they would do, though.
Not the Marines. Marines gotta keep appearances.
You're right.
Marines are dignified.
Then depending on what you tie her to, you may or may not have to pay extra for damages.
Oh my god.
Yes. All right. Well, other than that, I will say at this point, through the hush whispers, you do begin making your way over through the town. Currently, as all this happens, you make your way now to what seems to be over a hill point, which is now surrounded in what seems to be many people currently chopping trees, placing them down near what seems to be a shipyard location that has a lot of different things that are currently encompassing it. The waves themselves are buffeting against the sands of this area. There seems to be a large building with hailing many of the marine flags currently surrounding this with a building that leads to the actual yard.
Okay, Leon, I can trust you to kind of lead us to where we need to be.
Possibly. It's been a while.
Yeah, but I've never been a Marine, so you're probably our best shot in there. Unless he is more equipped for this.
Wait, repeat that last bit.
He said unless Nixie is better equipped for this.
Do you feel more equipped for this, or do you want me to take the lead?
As in for leading the group towards the.
More so leading the group in all the conversations. with the Marines.
Hmm. I don't know. I guess it could always be the both of us doing that.
Okay. We'll both, make sure we try to get in.
All
This
right.
is gonna be fun.
It definitely will be. Now let's keep going before I rip someone's head off before I even get there.
Temper, Maki.
Irma is attempting to eat a rock right now.
This one keeps eating rocks.
Yes, that's normal. Why are you
That is not
think
normal.
that's weird?
I can't be.
She's
wrong.
like-
We are near a marine base.
She's like a pelican trying to swallow its meal whole.
Oh my gosh.
Roll me Constitution to see if you swallow the rock or choke on it.
I was gonna say, how close are we to the
You
base?
are very close. You're practically near at this point.
Meanwhile, Kiru's just at the trees, just making sure everyone goes in okay. Is that basically what I'm doing?
Yes. Currently, you do see what
Okay.
everybody else is seeing at the moment as well. From all of this, you can see down below some individual begins speaking to lots of things, and they begin seeing you over the cusp of the location. As you now just hear, "Halt! Halt! I can see all of you up there. Are
Irma,
the
are
Marines?"
Wait, out of character, are you talking
One
about
moment.
me? I'm sorry.
Yes, but one moment. The Lord above has bequeathed that. One of the headphones died, so we're gonna be taking a small break.
Goldie.
Hydrate, posture check. We'll
Um,
get to that little bit of business after the break.
Goldie, I'm sorry if I interrupted their scene. Did you say that this person spotted them? I'm sorry if I keep on interrupting.
Scene. It's perfectly fine, but I will say on the break we can't actually. What I've seen is that we can't actually switch over, so somebody can read chat if anybody's in the chat. They want to, if you want to go through different things. But remember, no names out for those. But enjoy yourselves.
Oh, okay.
Pest, speak.
Hello. Oh, basically, Murder Hobos and Chocobros, beautiful name. He said, wait, my people should have raided here, and he raided this chat with 3 viewers. Fuzzy Pants McGee said, PC crashed, I'm here. We're glad you're here. We're glad all of you guys are here. I hope you guys are enjoying it so far.
And also thank you for the follows as well.
And Murder Hobos and Chocobros said, no problem, check us out sometime. Gotta see.
Should, because that's good manners.
Yeah, exactly. Goldie, you should check them out.
All of us.
Okay. Alright, I'll see. We'll see. Make sure you guys are all hydrated, yes. 70% of our bodies are water. So you do need water to live.
Every time I hear that our bodies are 75% water, I'm just reminded of an old meme.
Oh,
Full Metal Alchemist.
just think of Full Metal Alchemist. Oh, and thank you for following Big Dandy. And thank you for following Goblin for President. Cool name, by the way. And thank you for following Fuzzy Pants McGee. You guys are awesome. First time I've done this, so bear with me.
Oh, you're doing a good job.
Thank you.
Even though Goldie, I thought was supposed to be the one, but you're doing better.
Oh, thanks. And thank you guys all for following and rating our stream. We appreciate it wholeheartedly.
I do the most though because I want to be better than everyone.
I'm not surprised.
What do you do?
What did
Involved
I do? I'm
or
the
CV.
over here, okay?
Oh
I'm
my
bringing the
gosh.
emotional weight down by sinking our ship.
I swear, like every stream starts with the same same 4 words. The same 4 words.
Cock and ball. We could do a Wikipedia sponsored or like little what do they call it? Fuck, what do they call it? Sideshow right now.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, hey, give it back to me. No.
Oh.
Ah.
Just remember,
There's
we are still live, but
I
just talk
know.
amongst each other with
Yes.
no names and stuff.
More reason to
Yeah,
read
that's
it. Pass the time, if you will. Why did you leave it all the way over there?
Huh?
so. Susu loved how Irma's eating rocks.
Thank you.
That is. It'd be funny if they. I don't know. Like I don't know if I could say it or not, but it'd just be like extremely funny if they mistaken her as like the captain of the Cardinal Pirates. That would be funny, but I'm not sure.
I'm not nearly as ugly, unfortunately.
Irma's adorable.
Exactly.
He was okay looking, man. He had some barnacles in his beards, but nothing. Any pirate would
He's
know.
got nice blood red hair that many people would kill over. That's a
Listen,
pro.
man. If I had a thin, beard, I'd just put a bullet in my head.
Oh no. Hey. But the red hair. Think about the beautiful red hair, though.
I bet it was matted. He didn't look very clean.
Okay, fair point. Okay, good point. Well, it's clear he didn't take care of a potentially beautiful man, okay? You gotta take care of your hair, you know?
Always moisturize.
Yes, moisturize.
And this is coming from the feral gremlin. She takes better care of herself.
Versus...
Yeah, I was about to say you have self-lubrication. That is not a
Kiru...
Some would say that's a plus. Hush.
Kiru constantly,
you are not bringing up Vaporeon.
every day he bathes, he makes sure that his hair is, like, all nice and brushed and everything. He cleans his stuff. He's very, hygienic.
Leon does not brush his hair whatsoever. He just has bedhead every single day.
Oh, no.
He's a scientist. He gets a
That makes
pass.
sense. He's a doctor.
Exactly.
It is the doctor.
Here's the difference. I don't want to tick off Leon because he's the only thing keeping me alive.
So,
It's fine. I like dissecting things as much as every other
right?
doctor.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
So-
speaking at once, yeah.
And so, hey guys, did you know that in terms of male human?
Oh my god! All right, we're going back onto.
Oh, you shut.
Okay.
Let me tell the truth. They deserve to know.
No!
Break
No!
Dude,
I'm surprised
smack
we didn't
him!
change the maps yet.
I don't
I'm
know,
surprised
I
we
don't have any
didn't-
maps made for today.
Aw, no.
Guys, did you know that?
How
Thank
then
you,
how am I
Lou.
gonna
But look at that.
then how am I
Just
gonna
find
move
it,
from
find it
tree
right
to
into
tree?
this basket I have
One
in this
moment.
in this
Actually put
portafilter.
the
That's
video
not.
on YouTube. I need to stop it.
Do not. Do,
No,
I was gonna
Do
say.
something. Nobody else in the stream
It's
is gonna
on!
see it, but I'm gonna do something really quick.
Okay.
I have time.
No.
All right.
Thank you, Lou.
I brought you guys to a new map.
Okay.
Oh,
that's
my.
beautiful. Oh, that's beautiful. PP. What is? Are you gonna? Are we gonna bring
No one-
like a murder?
I won't pay attention to whatever noise that is. It's definitely not a murder.
I think. seriously, I think we just recorded our first snuff film.
Oh goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Alright,
Then.
alright, are we back?
Yeah,
Okay,
we
he's
have
alive,
been back
okay.
the whole time.
So it's not a snuff film. Good.
Goldie's gonna have to edit that out.
Oh, no, it's fine.
No, I'm
Silly.
leaving that in.
That's
I'm
beautiful.
I'm leaving Amelia currently being killed by Lou.
Wow.
Wow, look at this misogynist going on, huh? It's the pussy! Oh, it's the dwarf.
What?
Don't say that
God,
word, come
I said
on.
pussy, and I'm like, damn, boy, that coffee really making it pop.
Oh, no.
There you go. I made the map. I will put it on Discord in the map I gave them so they know exactly where they are.
Nice. Where are the
Oh, yeah,
trees?
map doesn't work. I see trees
I'm
of
adding
green.
trees everywhere.
Okay, and then, like, add the tokens for everybody?
No,
You're not
look
going
at
through it.
Look at
Not
the
going.
list
Why are
of
you on the
names.
phone? You stop.
Look, there's figures right there. You don't need tokens.
We would. I think it'd just be helpful, you know?
Just tell me where you
I'm
were,
just
leave your
saying.
character.
You're theatering of the mind, this Kiru.
I'm
Yes.
just saying.
Okay, we don't have the funds to do tokens anymore. They got repossessed in the last bankruptcy.
Yes.
Wait, what? When did this happen? I thought we still had tokens.
Nope. all
Well,
gone.
Goldie decided to play high-risk poker with the homeless guy behind the Denny's.
Look, he paid well, alright?
And
At
you
least could I
lost.
just put my token there
He
with the
pays
trees
well,
so
but
that-
you've never won a single game, Goldie. How many times have I had to bail you out, Goldie? I'm losing money,
We
Goldie.
have tokens. Oh crap! I did not mean to. I did not mean
The only
to
reason I
do
also
that.
didn't want to do that is because I don't have tokens for the other two. But okay then.
We should.
You know what? I'm gonna
Well,
put harpies
obviously,
as a...
you put a band-aid for Leon's token and put a fish for
No, if nobody
Nixie's.
can see it, I'm bringing
Oh,
Captain
come
Cardinal.
on.
The two Captain Cardinals are gonna be Leon and Nixie.
Nixie
I'm
deserves
gonna make
better.
one with red, and one of them is gonna be blue.
Blue Captain Cardinal, he's a shiny.
He's a shiny.
Shiny.
Captain
Hang
Blue
on.
Jay now.
Captain
I love
Blue
you,
Jay.
yeah,
Hey.
dude,
I'm just gonna
I'm
give everybody control of their own tokens. So no,
That-
I'm gonna
that's-
be controlled by everybody. So all players. All players. I can hear people dying in the background.
No, sorry. It's just my
Oh, so you can have people dying in the background, but I want to read one fun fact about Vaporeon and everyone loses their mind.
No.
Remember, we don't degrade ourselves to Vaporeon. But cock and
do-
ball.
I was gonna say we degrade
Fucking
ourselves
ball
to
for
Yveltal.
CBT.
Monetize.
I was gonna say we degrade ourselves to
You get
Yveltal
money from
status.
this? Where's our money, huh?
Just
Z, we are the sole reasons why he doesn't get any money from this.
Yeah.
Good. Man needs a challenge.
oh jeez. Wonder what?
All right. Well, I already gave you guys full control of your tokens.
Okay, I got my stuff.
Are people still in the chat? I think they left, but like,
Let's
Can they
check.
see?
No, I don't think they can. I don't think they could see the map.
Yes.
Dang it.
well, the reasons why I have that right now is because if they're screaming, please mute the mic for just for a second.
it's gonna continue, unfortunately. I'm just gonna unmute when I need to speak and then remute myself.
All right. Thank you.
Oh.
Okay.
Was it just the tortured shipwrights in the background?
So what I'll do is I'm gonna edit a photo of the map onto there,
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
okay.
onto the video, so everybody will see what I see on the video. I'm gonna just take a screenshot of the map, and that's what people are gonna see on YouTube.
Please make sure my drawing is there.
Where is the drawing? I don't see
Let-
any drawing. But for now, Why are you guys in the town already?
Who's controlling it? I'm in the trees, yo. I am the Lorax. I speak for the trees.
The trees say, I'm gonna get this Glock.
Trees do not like corruption.
All right,
It's
now
Where's
everybody has.
Maki?
Now I gave
Nature.
control to anybody, to whoever wants. to
Maki is part of the trees now. She's joined her people.
All right. So yes, Maki. I will put her as a wyvern.
Okay, makes sense.
As I do not
Well-
have tokens made yet. But
Well, that's
here we are.
it's actually kind of funny. Like you have a wyvern, then you got someone who's part dragon, so it's like not far off.
Yes. All right. Okay. So yeah. All right. So we are back now, and you guys have full control of your tokens. And now, currently, you are in front. You are now entering what seems to be the lower side of the actual base currently. From right here in that little area right there. Everybody else on stream won't be able to see it, but to anybody who those, for the player wise, you're able to see currently what's going on right now. The squares over here are the base, yes. And these are lumbers, so this is wood over here. So W, base, and then yard. The YOB yard. There you go. You have your general information you need.
Leon, we are banking on you here.
Once again, I can see you up there. State yourself.
We caught some pirates.
Well, then you should stop so already.
You're jumping to conclusions, sir. Please, just calm.
This really old marine man, probably like in the ages of like 95, barely even legible. His eyes grayed over, probably doesn't even see. And he goes, "I can see you." Is he looking in the opposite direction of you guys? Mr. Tibbles, what are you?
I don't even know how to deal with this.
Irma, like, is cringing at this man's horrific voice, but she can't like cover her ears because her hands are cuffed.
Tentacles?
Yeah, wait, okay, well, yeah, you know what? She stuffs the tentacles in her ears.
Regardless, sir, we're bringing in prisoners.
What?
We
Jeez.
have prisoners.
Well then, put something in his ear. Oh, you have prisoners. Oh, well, don't leave it to me. Go over to the other guy. I'm trying to find Mr. Tibbles.
Why did you? Okay, thank you. You have a wonderful day.
You too, young people.
This is the first time I've been called young in so long.
I don't even know how you look.
Must be trippy.
I can feel you around me, though.
With
Well,
that,
like 30
Leon
feet
is
away
just
from
gonna be like, "Okay, guys, let's please go. I'm already kind of uncomfortable here."
Bye-bye.
Bye, sir.
Irma was actually hiding behind Amelia.
Yeah, Amelia was definitely like, okay, all right, yeah. So she's following Leon.
All right.
And Leon's just walking to that next guy.
All
Where-
right.
where
You do
at-
see now what seems to be a very decently dressed marine. You would probably know them to be a little bit higher ups other than a normal, regular, like basic marine. They're one step above that probably, from what you can tell at the moment. They look over at you and they're like, "Oh, hey, all right, who are all of you? I heard the old man screaming."
I found pirates. I caught them, along with my associates back there.
All right, state your names.
God.
Are-
Pirates. I'm gonna need to do some paperwork about them in.
Look, it's been a really long day. Can we please at least get in and I sit down for a bit? I am exhausted. Dealing with this one, leapfrogging and eating rocks on the way. I think she added 50 more pounds to the weight, and that's not including the giant over here.
Funny you should say that, because at that moment, Irma has a weird look on her face, and then she starts making the noise, a noise that a cat makes when it's about to throw up a hairball,
You fucking marine.
and a rock just falls out.
You see what I mean? This one literally just coughed up a rock.
It's not fun.
It really isn't.
Captain, what did I tell you to stop eating? Marine, what did I tell you to stop eating rocks? You're our captain. You should act better than this.
Looks at
Stupid ass fucking Marines tell us what we're gonna do. Hey, you kept us in shackles, but we'll just break out.
Please, sir, just let us in.
Just let us in already, please.
Irma's trying to re-eat the rock. They better make a decision quick.
Amelia's trying to keep her away from it.
Well, I don't know if this is under my jurisdiction. I'll need to tell the captain that you caught some pirates, though.
Just please let us in.
Nixie slowly starts getting a little peeved, and she's like, "Just let us in
Do
already."
you think we can hold on this giant? This one.
I don't know. The only reason I'm saying this is that I gotta do a lot of paperwork. I'm just trying to do my job.
Who cares about the paperwork? Please.
We will help you with the paperwork, but please, we need to get them locked up. Then we can do the
They
paperwork.
don't seem like they're being very violent. They haven't done anything.
That's because I kind of slipped some aphrodisiacs into their alcohol, so they're kind of slowed down. It won't last long, I swear. So please, help us and let us in and cage these people.
That one seemed like they were talking straight sentences. The big one.
Okay, that one, I barely have enough in her drink. I have to do 5 times the sample size because, it's easy for this little one is she devouring the rock again?
She's chewing on her handcuffs this time, but yeah, she did devour the rock.
This one was the easiest in terms of consumption and drug level. This is like a chihuahua compared to a hippo. Please.
Well, have a couple other Marines take them off your hands. I can't deal with them. All right. George, Carl, get over here. Take them off this Marine's hands, and also book them in as well. We need to figure out, get them. I need to figure out what their IDs are.
Thank you, sir. It's really been a long day.
At this point, you see as currently he calls over what seems to be 2 other lower-ranking Marines, and they currently are now they're actually going to try grabbing Maki and Amelia to take them away from you.
Irma?
Irma, sorry.
And we're not allowed to go with them?
No, what? Sorry.
I said, Amelia, she says, it's, come with you to the cell so I can make sure she doesn't escape. Despite the drugs in her system, she's proven to be quite slippery, given the slime.
All right, but I have to check your numbers. Like I haven't ever seen any of you on base or on this island. Like I keep track of that stuff. Who are you, anyways? The captain hires some new Marines to come by.
Yeah, we came by this morning.
Only problem is he hasn't told me anything.
Look, we've been lost at sea on top of everything. I am telling you, we have had a horrible string of luck. I am just glad that I'm back on land. And this one, as he points towards Nixie, hasn't shot me in the throat or stabbed me or any combination.
I have
She had to push our boat.
yeah, I'm very tired. And I'm yeah.
Well, I don't know. Like, all right, look, I'll. All right, so you can go with them, but I'll have to bring this up with the captain to ensure that you guys have actually, you guys are telling the truth, of course. Because I really haven't seen. Because those are some old Navy outfits. They changed them a little bit. They recently
That'd be
updated them
good.
after the new admiral came by.
I swear, why does everything bad happen to us?
Always does for some reason.
We've been stuck at sea for so long, and now the outfits have changed. I have to buy a new outfit. We all have to buy. I have no money. I have no money to my name.
All right. Look, I'm not paid enough to do this. Just
None of us are.
I will.
Please tell me it's no longer 50 berry a day.
No, it's 175. But
Oh, we've been away for so long.
look, okay, all right, I get it, all right. All right, you can go with the weird captain. I've never seen that captain before. Although,
By the way, who's holding Irma? Like,
It's Amelia still.
okay.
all right, look, I'll just in the morning, just give me the information that you need, or give me the information that. The captain will tell me what I need to do. Also, you really need to give that captain some medicine. They seem like they're.
Nah, she coughed up pebbles.
Oh, wow.
By the way, is that healthy?
Can we please
doesn't
get
matter.
to
Let's
the
just-
cell the
let's get
sooner
on
the
with
better?
it.
All right, look. All right, I'm gonna contact the captain really quick and help. Look, just go to any quarters. George, Carl, go lead them away. I'm gonna go contact the captain and and whatever he tells me, I'll figure it out. Let's throw the damn pirates in the cell at least for now. Put some sea stone cuffs on them just in case. Don't know if they're devil fruit users. Then again, they would have probably broken out at them anyway, so probably not even necessary. He begins walking off, and you begin hearing him say, "Hey, Captain, we got some other Marines coming by." And at that point, he begins walking off, and I would assume you guys are walking.
Following George and Carl, I assume.
Yeah.
We are gone.
Wait, can I just ask a question? Sleight of hand. What does that? What category does that fall on?
That
under?
falls under Dex. It falls under dexterity.
Ooh. Okay. All right. I might have an idea.
No, Irma has an idea.
Oh no. Does it involve animals?
No.
Okay.
Hmm.
By the way, Kiryu, next to you, there's currently a seagull that's smoking a cigarette near you, and he goes, "Hey."
And he just kind of like, can you just gently just
Don't pet me.
I'm not. It's just like kind
I'm
of like
not a
just like,
pet.
he just goes like through the simple quiet like.
I will say these seagulls they literally have like they stand on two legs and they have like wing arms.
Yeah,
You know
seagulls
the,
normally
you know
stand
how
on
in,
two
you know
legs.
in One Piece there's that big bird who runs the news shop.
Yeah.
Imagine that but much smaller.
Okay, like he's just
Be
gonna remain.
reproduced.
He's just gonna remain very quiet.
And we switch back over.
I just imagine before he switched back over, he just does the simple, like shush to the seagull,
I ain't telling anybody. Want one?
and he just shakes his head no.
All right. Then it switches over.
Yeah. Because
All right. So you begin. The Carl and George begin walking over towards the cell block, and they begin leading you inside. And well, for sake of brevity, they lead you through the building, and you begin just going through. And one of them just speaks up and goes, "All right, look, all right, just bring him out here." And Carl's is like a really big guy. Like let's say he's like 500, 600 pounds, and he goes, all right, so just drop him off here. I gotta listen to the lieutenant. I gotta listen to him. I'm probably gonna go get some food or take a nap or something.
Hey, quick question, out of character.
Yeah.
The character.
Yes.
Are the two Marines in front of the open jail cell?
Yes.
As in, like, in front of the doorway?
Yes.
Right! Amelia, with both hands, is going to make a shove attempt on both of them into the jail cell.
What the fuck? And with help from Leon, as you see that he just starts, his arms just start getting bigger, and as he helps push you through.
Okay.
All right, make me a strength check for a shove. Yes, but with it.
Can I do
with
athletics?
advantage.
Shoving both of them in there with both arms. Wait.
Remember, one of them
Oh
weighs
no,
like
yeah,
500, 600
yeah,
pounds.
you're right. One. Okay, so actually, Lucian, can you shove the other one in then?
Say that again?
Can you shove? Because there's two of them in front of us,
Yes.
right? Yeah, so shove one in, and then I'm going to use a rage and shove the other one in.
I'm gonna help with both regardless.
No, I can only shove in one at a time because I only have the one.
I will
But
say
DM, will you allow us to shove both?
Yeah, you'd be able to, but I will say like you're helping out, so it'll be at advantage. So one of you will make the check, and it'll be at advantage because you're giving help.
Oh shoot. Do advantage in roll 20.
I don't quite remember. But I will just say just roll
With
to.
the dice icon on the left.
Okay, so the first one is an 18.
All right.
The second one is a 25.
Okay. Yeah. You definitely push them in. The big guy, you sink a little in because he's a really big, and then you just push the twig-looking marine guy, and you just shove them both in. The big guy lands on top of the twig, and it goes. "Arr!" The other guy's just currently screaming.
Slam the jail door shut, and Amelia's going to have her.
Just goes, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Well, you see, it was your fault for letting the pirates in.
Question. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Who had the keys?
The big guy.
And he laid on top of him when he fell?
Yeah.
Matthias is Leon is going to, with his bandages, gonna grab it, like kind of Spider-Man, just grabbing,
like the web
steal the
slinger,
keys. Yeah.
like the web slinger, basically.
Okay. You do so. And I will say there's no check due to the fact that they are currently in a cell. They have no other way to actually stop you. They will actually, yeah. You grab the keys from his side, and you now have what seems to be a set of gel keys.
Oh man, did I miss it? I was gonna try and slide a hand to take away the shoe.
We want to try that now?
I kind of do, but at the same time, like,
There's no sleight of hand check. You just steal the guy's shoe.
yeah, like her tentacle wraps around like his.
Whoa, let go! Oh. What? Why are you taking my shoe?
And she just takes it and then sniffs it and then starts chewing on it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I was wearing those all day. Oh, okay. Okay, Karen, we got a problem. He pulls out a Denden Mushi. Yeah, but unfortunately, he already said it. But you're gonna put him to sleep as soon as after he says it, though. Yep, after he says Captain, we have a problem because he said it before you.
Goldie,
Yes?
do I notice this from the outside? Like, do I see anything from the outside?
Unfortunately for where you are, you can now see what seems to be a captain making his way a little bit hastily towards the cell block a little bit. Not really
how
the
do
not captain, but the lieutenant, or which one was the one above, just right above a just a normal marine? I forget. I need to bring up the list, honestly.
I mean,
is
someone-
there a way
I
to
would say
is there
corporal. I think it's corporal.
a corporal? Is there a way that I can like prevent things from escalating?
From the inside, no, but if from the outside, whatever you want to try.
There's a corporal
To
outside
be
about
fair, this is what I'm just saying. Amelia did say that they were going to raise hell inside, so you
I'm
can kind
just
of safely assume that they are going to raise a ruckus.
I'm just saying, like, is there like anything I can do to try to like distract them?
What do you think you would do?
He just looks at the seagull. He's just wondering. He just looks at the seagull, looks back, and then he's like,
Don't you
And he-
fucking dare.
like, like no. He's just maybe he just like grabs a branch and tries to throw it like at the other direction so that maybe the corporal could check it
The
out, or
branch
just
lands somewhere off in the distance because you are really far away. He doesn't even look at the branch and just keeps walking.
Oh crap! He just looks at the seagull like. And he just like I imagine ahead of time he pays the bears like, if you could, and he whispers, if you can distract him, I will pay you this much. And he just presents like 50 berry for the seagull.
Make it 200 and I'll make it a scene.
100. Okay, deal. God, deal. And I just sneaked 200 berries to the seagull.
The seagull literally begins cracking his neck and then stretches and he begins soaring towards the corporal. It goes, all right, I do anything for money. and he latches onto the face of the corporal.
You're just gonna leap from one tree to another. Can I do that?
So much like cigarettes.
Can I just say, like, he just leaps to another tree?
Yes.
Just
Can I just say, so this is happening and Irma's like working the man's other shoe off to steal his sock.
Why are you stealing my shoes? This is robbery. Stop
It's
it,
rubber.
repair.
It cost me 150 berry a day.
She takes the sock and then puts the shoe back on his foot. So now he has like one shoe on one foot, but no sock, and he has a sock on the other, but no shoe.
Thank you. Oh gosh. Wait till they and then he passes out because of your sleep.
Okay.
And he falls on top of the other guy again, and all you hear is a.
Oh no! Rip.
The other guy's completely knocked out after having 500 pounds just squishing him. The guy literally came back from unconsciousness and then just becomes unconscious again just because of the guy.
I mean, you guys could lie, whoever has the highest charisma, and be like, yeah, they slipped under slime.
Yeah, with the jail door closed. Continue, Goldie.
Yes, at this point, the guy rips off the seagull and then throws it to the side, and he goes, "That was good for the money." And then the guy just bursts through the door and goes, "All right, what's happening here? And why the fuck did the seagull attack me?" Yeah.
Amelia.
Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt. Is there anything else I can do, or no?
Unfortunately, you were near the trees. You would need to make your way.
I will have to make my way inside.
Yes, but at the moment, I will switch over to you in a second.
Okay, I'm sorry
Do
for
not worry,
interrupting.
You are completely fine. Don't worry. But you see, as he opens up the door again, and he just goes, "All right, what the hell is going on here?"
Oh. Amelia brings out the pistol from her on her left hand, moves it right at him, and says, "I'm gonna need a map, your shipwrights, and you off the island in that order." Go ahead and yell.
I knew I should have thought you were fucking pirates.
I'm a doctor, to be more specific.
Well, you can be a doctor and a pirate for all I care.
Fair.
Job.
Irma's just on the ground chewing the shoe.
I have no
Just
control
no
to control these Marines here. I was only given orders by the captain.
And
Take
you
what
told him
want.
to
The
come over
captain
here,
will hear
right?
about this.
Oh, that's great. In fact, we'll wait for him right here in the jail cell. That's where you told him to meet us, right?
No, I only gave him that Marines came by. He doesn't give a shit.
Oh, could you come inside here first?
Fine.
That is, out of character, that is the dumbest decision he can ever make.
Plus, I have a gun up to my head, so I'd rather not get shot today. Thank you very much.
Wise man. Now,
Look,
like
I'm
I
doing this to
said,
support my family, all right?
and hey, I don't want your life. So, I'm more than happy to have you return to them if you can do us a couple things. First, in the jail cell with you.
Fine. He walks.
Wait, is Irma still in the jail cell?
Oh, she was never in the jail cell, and also she's unhandcuffed now.
Yeah.
Okay, so hold on. She's still in the jail cell, and you're putting this guy in the jail cell with her? Like,
Oh no, she's not in the jail cell.
okay, so okay.
Yeah, she's not imprisoned.
Oh. With that said, she's in the jail cell now, right?
Yes. He walks into the jail cell.
Okay. I believe you have a what they call them? Mushi mushi on you?
Den Mushi, transponder snails. Yes, I have one. But they're only linked together with the captain, these ones.
Oh, well that's perfect. Please hand yours over to my friend here, and I'm gonna point at Lou.
Fine. As he reaches, she's shackled right now, I think. Or no, he wasn't shackled, but he does reach behind in his pocket, and he pulls out what seems to be this snail with a marine logo on it.
Okay.
Lou's gonna take it and he's gonna give it to Amelia. Like, here you go.
No. I
Oh.
want you to hold it out to our friend here.
Oh.
And he's going to ask the captain, real nice like, to come over to the jail cell to inspect the new prisoners.
He's not gonna listen. All he's gonna do is just send some other guys for him.
And what would take him to come out here?
The only thing that would take him to come out here is if you threaten his coffee production line. He doesn't care about that. Look, these are just shipwrights. You what?
Hang on, guys. Excuse me a moment.
Don't worry.
You mean the coffee that I took a
Don't-
dump in?
Don't. Don't say that out loud. Don't.
What? Why?
I needed a place, and that was all that was near. I ate something bad. Okay, I mistake the mushroom for a different.
Understand that everybody on the island drinks that coffee, not just the Marines.
I don't drink that coffee.
By the way, I brewed some.
I love this doctor.
No, she gets fresh beans.
Yes. Well, no, but look, I can't bring him here. Oh, there's another guy above me who can. I'm just a corporal who's just trying to do my job. All right.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys.
All right. But do not worry. It's fine. But I'm just a guy trying to do my job, all right?
Okay. So bring the corporal here then.
I am the corporal. You're looking for the lieutenant.
Do you know where the captain is? Do you know?
Captain's over in his
big
big old coffee mansion.
Do you have a map of the location of the area?
Yes, I do. I do. It's in my quarters. Now, what else do you want? We'll just stay here, anyways. You already have the keys. You haven't shot me dead already, so I assume you're not pirates that just go randomly killing people.
No, we kill people when they give us good reason to. But you haven't.
Irma,
I'm new to this, so like, yeah, I don't
Irma's-
really go with the killing, but I will say it's fun kicking people in the head.
Irma's not chewing on the jail bars.
Well, you're better
Oh.
pirates than most of the pirates I've seen.
Hey, hypothetical question. Do you guys have does the captain come over here to at least get his coffee?
Doesn't come
This
here
base-
to the shipyard. We send
it what?
shipments of coffee to places, but he doesn't come. He doesn't ever leave his.
Do you have a current? Do you have a current shipment here?
Well, yes.
Yes.
We always have
Hey.
shipments.
Where is it at specifically?
Probably down over at his at the coffee storage. The only
And
thing
is
is
that-
and
that guarded there. The only reason I'm telling you this information is because you have a gun still up to my head.
Let's destroy it.
And again,
Again.
frankly, I'd rather have the captain gone.
Well, sit tight in this jail cell for a while, and you might just get your wish.
Look, you take care of him, and you can. And hell, even I'll help build. You were. He doesn't know this actually. I can't say this.
Yeah.
Damn it. Yeah. Hell, whatever the hell you need shipwrights for, I'll send them off towards your way. Look, we can barely.
But you
even
know we
sleep
need
anymore.
shipwrights.
We can barely even sleep. I only get less than an hour of sleep a day because he just constantly is giving us coffee that makes us awake, energizes us, makes us stronger. And faster.
Hold up. Are you decently good at building ships?
Not
Not
me,
me.
but the shipwrights here are some of the best in the East Blue. I've heard of you, actually. Well, I've heard that. I've heard of a doctor and a mermaid on the island. I assume that you're that mermaid, as I haven't seen any other mermaids around here.
This is my mermaid, by the way. You don't know. That's my wife.
I'm
I'm
not
not
hitting on
hitting
your
on
wife
your
or
wife.
anything. I have my own wife. I have 3 kids.
Nice.
Yeah. What is it exactly that you've heard about me per se?
Mostly that you've helped people build houses on the island. I didn't know you guys were pirates, though.
What it is we're trying to escape this place because we can't be seen by Marines.
I
I did actually, and I look. I have kept your information hidden from the captain to know about this, as frankly, I'd rather see everybody on this island be free.
Okay. I think that's enough discussion. Like I said, you three hang tight here, and we're going to be discussing things with your captain.
I will be careful, though. Be careful with him. He's very strong.
Alright, we will. And again, out of character, we do have the location to this coffee storage, right?
Yep. Maybe. Look, if you go to the coffee storage, there should be a room where you can find the key that has a way to actually go into the lower portions of the building he lives in. That's where he gets his coffee, because the thing is, he constantly needs coffee to run his powers. His devil fruit powers ability, that is. As long as he has coffee around him, he'll always have a steady supply of power. And by the way, I'm telling you this because I don't want to die, and I want to see this island free.
Goldie,
Yeah.
I have a question. So when Leon heard about the fact that he's pretty much always pumping them with caffeine and stuff, can Leon make like a medicine check to actually determine whether what he is doing is beneficial or detrimental to the health of the individuals?
Yes, with advantage.
I will say, due to background, if it's something basic, I can immediately identify it. If it's something more complicated, I would have to roll. Soft 20.
All right. You would know that a coffee in general is actually able to cause effects of lack of sleep in lots of doses. So let's say if you overdose on coffee, let's say like 6 to 5, maybe 4 to 5 cups a day, it can cause heart problems. It could also, well, this isn't real information I'm giving, but you would know that it could also shorten the lifespan of people. But this is not real information. This is information that I've just made. That you notice.
This is devil fruit coffee.
Yes. You notice that those who are affected by this sort of coffee, they look young, but it looks like they've aged rapidly.
Make sure to stop drinking the coffee. Your body's aging at an accelerated rate. If you continue, even though you look like, let's just say you're 25 right now, you actually have the body of a 40-year-old.
Fortunately, the captain is always the one. Look, the captain leads up over to the vice admirals. If he this is information the vice admirals know of, and they know about this. They're the ones. They're telling us to have his coffee because it makes us better Marines, and we can't do anything about it. What was that?
I don't know.
That was one of the guards coming in like, ¿Dónde estás? What the fuck going on here?
Sorry. Our cat got somewhere where he shouldn't have gone, and Mama is very not happy.
I just
By the way, I feel like somebody. God damn it! The damn old man.
He found his cat.
I found him, Mr. Tables.
I get the feeling that old man is actually supposed to be like 35, but because he's been taking the coffee so long, he's actually like 90.
Bruh. That poor man. And now I feel sorry for him.
And, well, at this point, I will say that during this, you just see you begin making your way out, and the guy just looks over, and they just sit in the corner. They just sit there and go, by the way, tell the other Marines that we're not going to, look, the other Marines say anything, tell them that, in this yard, tell them that I said that we let you go, and that, well,
Look the other cheek.
yeah. Trust me, we're just doing our jobs. Now go.
Mm.
And at this point, I'll say you meet up back with Kiryu and Maki. Yes.
I just had a question. Did I see anything else that was alarming, like any escape routes or anything?
No, you didn't really see anything. Other than the other Marines who seemed like they were worried about the captain or not captain, but the corporal running a little bit faster. They're kind of curious, but they're going on their merrily way. How the workers of the shipyard currently still picking up lumber. There's lots of other things currently going on.
So, nothing to alarm everyone about.
No, not fairly alarming, if anything. Other than the seagull coming back up, clearly with a broken wing, climbing the tree, going, "All right, where's my 200 fucking berry?"
And I just say like, I gave it to you.
He just grabs it with one wing, puts it away, climbs down the tree, and just walks off.
I am so sorry.
And at this point, you see the other group currently meeting up with everybody.
And I just make sure no one else is looking, no other Marines are looking, and I just crawl back down. Just like basically everyone else, like once you see that all the Marines are gone and such, everyone sees like basically Q just crawling down like some kind of dragon or something like that.
Okay. And yes, you do meet up.
Hey, Kiru,
Huh?
I have a torch.
Like he knows that he could do like sacred flames. Like I can make flames.
Okay, because we're gonna need a lot of fire for where we're going next.
But they're kind of radiant, so I don't know if that'd be better or not, but I can make flames.
I think we'll manage with the torches we have. Like I said, we got a warehouse to burn.
Okay. Did you guys find out anything?
Apparently Captain doesn't like to come out unless his precious coffee is threatened, so that's exactly what we're gonna have to do.
I see. Okay, basically the closest thing... I basically had a seagull distract someone. Basically, they were coming in, they looked like a corporal, so I had to have a seagull distract them.
Ah, that's the commotion earlier, I guess?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, in that case, let's start heading over there.
Mm-hmm.
And out of character, Goldie, is this where we're gonna start wrapping it up?
Yep. And at that point, you know your general way to go. And, well, you'll have to figure out what happens next time in this One Piece adventure of Tales of the Seas. We'll see you guys in episode 5.
Alrighty.
To figure out what everybody will do as they now know what they need to do now.
Well, we gave them a big hint, so...
Did I do my part well? I'm
Yeah,
just
no
asking.
problem.
We are going to be doing CBT.
Okay.
Fucking ball torture, also known as CB2.
Oh, God.
Thank you, Lou.
Alright.
You're an angel.
Alrighty, well, thank you for watching our stream. We hope to see you all next time.
I am still editing the Legacies of Skies episode from last time. I will upload it probably early next week. Unfortunately, I've had a lot to do, and I've been unable to actually work on it. So I will upload it. I'll upload it after next week, as I am currently going to be working for Friday, Saturday. So yeah.
Alrighty, but anyways, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful night in life. So good night, you beautiful souls.
All right.
Night, everyone.
All right.
Thank you for coming.
Bye.
Nighty-night.
Good night.